Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in into another of my videos on podcast episodes. What we're gonna talk about today is emotions, how emotions can make you or break you. This is from personal experience too. Growing up, I was a very emotional kid. That was not a good thing. I used to act before thinking. I used to act instead of react. A lot of things, a lot of problems, a lot of stupid mistakes I did. Let's just start with negatives. Issue with emotion is that it clouds your vision for what can happen if you take certain action or if you say something. It would actually just cloud you and not let you just think straight. I got into a lot of arguments. I issues with teachers. They will, a teacher's job is to teach you. But I was too emotional. I used to get out of control. I used to say stuff that was very mean and hurtful. And a lot of them helped me out with this. But through the years, I noticed that you gotta keep your emotions in check. This new agenda and generation that they teach you that emotions, you gotta let them out. I do not agree with it. If I let all my emotions come out, it'll be a horrible day for me and others because I will take my anger and frustration on others. And it doesn't make sense. Emotions make you weak because you don't see the whole picture. If I go Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, Costco, McDonald's, something like that, these people are having a bad day. You can't tell. And the way they answer when you're buying something, the way they respond to you. If I let that, and that emotion gets me aggravated sometimes. If I talk to somebody with respect, that's what you expect. But if I let my emotions take over and just escalate that issue, it's gonna be unnecessary. And it might get out of control for no reason. Sometimes you just gotta chill out, just relax. Like, did it bother you? Of course it did, because you have certain standards in your life. Will it affect you in the long term? No. But you gotta keep your emotions in check. And if you let a start that bothering you, you're gonna start a problem. There's gonna be a whole altercation that is not. What's the point? They are preventable things, and makes you stronger to control your emotions, to keep your emotions in check. It just makes you a more stronger human being because you act and you think without emotions. They give you a whole advantage that other people don't have. We buy stuff online because of our emotions. We look at things like, oh, it will look good in my house. Look at this, so beautiful. You get things and you don't even use them. You start piling. We buy out of emotion. Then lately, that was my biggest issue. I used to buy a lot on Amazon because out of emotion. Oh, look at this. It looks really nice. What can I use it for? Oh, it will change my life. Let me make this my smart home. Let me get Amazon products, Amazon Echo, Amazon this. Why? Because of emotion, how something will change your life. A phone. Oh, it has a new feature. Oh, I will use it. Emotion. So this kind of thing is just brought a lot of issues for me and into my life. Try to keep your emotions in balance. Check. And it takes a while. It's something you really have to start working. It's not an easy thing. It takes a long time, and it's gonna be something that you have to work every day. At work too, you have to keep your emotions in check because if not, you're gonna have issues with workers, bosses, and anything. Sometimes people, they're not in the best days. The way they talk to you, or sometimes it's just the way they always talk to people. We come from different backgrounds, and sometimes we do clash in the way we say things. A little voice tone, like I was saying, emotions, you always gotta keep them in check. That's a big mistake. Purchasing things through emotion makes you go into debt. Always be careful how you do this. Nowadays, that's what they teach us. That's why they give us the little commercials. I don't watch TV anymore, so on YouTube commercials. Oh, you just picture yourself with this. It gives you the emotion what you should buy. That's how you make a lot of mistakes. You go into that. A lot of problems. Same thing with relationships. Sometimes we come from work, we're upset, and we let our emotions take over, and we answer in a rude way that the other person had no fault at, because we let our emotions from work just affect our home, our problems, anything. And we are supposed to just keep it separate. Work is work, family is family. We're not supposed to bring any of those emotions to work or family, separate them. If not, it's just gonna start building issues in one or the other, you know. Do you have a problem at home? Sadly, you have to leave it at home. It's hard sometimes, you know, but if you let that emotion go into work, it's gonna affect you. It's gonna give you a lot of issues. It's not gonna let you work correctly. Same thing, if you have issues at work, you bring them to home. What's gonna happen is gonna affect your family time, your time with your other, you know, your significant other. And you just start building little issues that over time are gonna escalate or just you're gonna affect, you know, a negative way. That's the first thing that happens. More arguments, disconnect from the other person and saying mean things, you know. So that's another thing, man. Whenever you get upset, try to keep it together. Don't say things that are hurtful because we can't take words back.